Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's story is a special one about a coronation. Here in the UK we have a new king being crowned at the weekend, so we've got lots of different festivities taking place, and the same is happening in today's book, Peppa and the Coronation. Later in the video we'll be doing some coronation related craft that you can do with your little ones to help you celebrate this weekend. It was bedtime and Peppa and George were listening to a story. And then the Fairy Ice Queen cast a spell. The ice melted and they lived happily ever after, read Mummy Pig. The end. When I grow up I want to be a queen and make everyone happy, said Peppa, sighing. Mummy Pig smiled as she tucked Peppa and George into their beds. What a lovely idea, Peppa, she said. You'd make an excellent queen. Mummy, asked Peppa, didn't you want to be a queen when you grew up? Mummy Pig laughed. Unfortunately, that's not quite how it works, Peppa. To become a king or queen, you need to be born into a royal family. Oh, said Peppa sadly. Mummy Pig gave Peppa and George a kiss goodnight. Did you know there's going to be a coronation soon, she said. No, said Peppa. What's a coronation? A coronation is when a king or queen is crowned, said Mummy Pig. Oh, Peppa gasped. That's exciting. Exciting, agreed George. Isn't it? Said Mummy Pig. Now sleep tight, my little ones. But Peppa couldn't sleep. She kept imagining being a queen. George, are you awake? She whispered. If I was queen, I would have a shiny gold crown, and I would jump up and down in muddy puddles every day. The next day at Playgroup, Madame Gazelle told the children that they would be having their own coronation. Whoever can tell me what a coronation is will win a special prize, added Madame Gazelle. Everyone went quiet. Nobody knew what a coronation was, except Peppa. Ooh, she said, putting her hand up. Me, I know. Yes, Peppa, said Madame Gazelle, smiling. A coronation is when a new king or queen is crowned, said Peppa. That's right, Peppa, replied Madame Gazelle. Well done. You have won the special prize. You will be crowned Queen of Playgroup, Madame Gazelle finished. The children gasped. Ooh. Peppa grinned and Susie Sheep frowned. Don't worry, Susie, said Madame Gazelle. After Peppa's coronation, everyone will have a turn at being king or queen. Let's get to work, said Madame Gazelle. We need to get everything ready. A coronation is a very special occasion. She pulled out paper, scissors, and glue. The children began to make a crown and a throne. When everything was finally ready, Madame Gazelle admired the creations. Wonderful, children, she explained, clapping her hands, and now it's time to crown the Queen of Playgroup. Madame Gazelle took a cape from the dressing-up box and draped it around Peppa's shoulders. Please be seated, she instructed. Peppa sat down on her throne. Susie, said Madame Gazelle, the crown, please. Susie passed the shiny gold crown and Madame Gazelle placed it carefully on Peppa's head. Pedro Pony played a fanfare on his recorder. Toot, 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 toot. Thank you, Pedro, said Madame Gazelle when he'd finished. Peppa, I pronounce you Queen of Playgroup. Yay! Everyone cheered. Thank you, said Peppa in her best royal voice. I promise to be a good queen. Madame Gazelle put on some music and everyone danced and enjoyed a royal feast to celebrate Peppa's coronation. Peppa thought being a queen was going very well indeed. She danced so hard that her crown fell off. Susie picked it up and held it out to Peppa with a curtsy. Your crown, Your Majesty, she said. Peppa giggled and carried on dancing. Would you like to try it on, Susie? She said. Peppa undid her cape and wrapped it around Susie's shoulders. I've got an idea, she said. Sit on the throne, Susie. Susie sat down. Ahem, said Peppa, signaling to Rebecca Rabbit to turn the music off. Click. Peppa carefully placed the crown on Susie's head. I pronounce Susie the new Queen of Playgroup. Pedro played another fanfare on his recorder. Toot, 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 toot. Yay! Everyone cheered. Susie did a special little royal wave from the throne. Then she did a big royal walk around the room and ate a delicious royal biscuit. Susie, Your Majesty, may I have a turn, please? Asked Danny Dog. One by one, everyone had a turn at being king or queen of Playgroup, even Madame Gazelle. It was so much fun. At the end of the day, Madame Gazelle presented Peppa with her crown to take home. "What a wonderful queen you've been, Peppa," she said. "You've made everyone happy." "One is most pleased," said Peppa with a royal smile. At home, Peppa told Mummy and Daddy Pig all about what had happened at Playgroup. "It was the best Coronation Day ever," said Peppa. "I knew you'd make an excellent queen," replied Mummy Pig proudly. "Oh, oh," said Daddy Pig, "I wish I could have been there. I look rather good in a crown." That gave Peppa an idea. "Come on, George," she said, "you can help." A while later, Peppa and George appeared, carrying crowns for everyone. "Ta-da! Look what we made," said Peppa, handing them out. "You were right, Daddy Pig," said Mummy Pig. "You do look rather good in a crown." "So we are a royal family after all," said Peppa. "And now I declare that we should all have a royal jump in some muddy puddles." "Muddy," agreed George. "One loves being royal," shouted Peppa. "Everyone loves being royal." And that's the end of the story. Didn't Peppa make a good queen? Would you like to be a king or queen? In today's craft, we're going to be making a coronation windsock. This is something that can either be handheld or attached to a post or a window to catch the wind and let your ribbons blow in the breeze. This could also be made in different colours using different ribbons and stickers. You could, for example, do a princess theme or a farm theme. I'd love to see what ideas you've got. All of the equipment you need is up on the screen now and also linked in the description below. If you don't have ribbon, you can swap it out for string or different coloured wool. You can do the same with your pipe cleaners, as a piece of string or ribbon will work just as well. The first thing to do is to paint your cardboard tubes. We used washable poster paints and we've applied a couple of layers. You might find that your cardboard absorbs some of the first layer of paint, so if you want a nice bright colour, then you might need to paint a couple of layers, waiting for it to dry fully in between each. You can paint whatever pattern you like onto your rolls. You may want to get creative and try the British flag, or you could do stripes, polka dots, or if you've got younger children, you could just let them loose with a paintbrush and paint it whatever colour and pattern they like. Once your cardboard rolls are dry, your next step is to make the holes that you will use to attach the ribbon, and you can see here that I've already done a couple to show you. I'm using a handheld hole punch which just makes one hole, and that's great if you have one of these. If you don't, you can get a grown-up to help you, and you can use a sharp pencil and a piece of blue tack. So place the blue tack underneath the cardboard and carefully push the pencil through. And you can see here that I'm measuring out the ribbon, which is 2 lengths of my pipe cleaners, which is about 40 centimetres for each piece of ribbon because I'm going to double them up. As you can see here, the ribbon is in half. I've poked it through the hole halfway and then pulled the tail of the ribbon through the loop. That creates a nice easy knot and leaves you with 2 pieces of ribbon hanging down. Repeat this all the way around your cardboard tube. You can see here I've gone in the pattern of red, white, blue, red, white, blue, all the way around to get a nice even design. The next step is to add your handle, and I'm using a pipe cleaner here. However, as we said previously, you can use rope or string or ribbon, whatever you've got around the house. Punch 2 holes on either side of your cardboard tube, then stick through the pipe cleaner and seal it on both ends. So this is a little bit fiddly again, especially if you've got a pipe cleaner, as they can have sharp edges inside, so just be careful with this one. Finally, once you've got your handle and your ribbons attached, you're almost ready to go. The last thing that we did was to stick on Coronation related stickers, so we had some nice gold stars and we've got a London themed sticker pack. If you visit any discount store or supermarket in the UK at the moment, it's quite likely they'll have an aisle with Coronation themed stickers and banners, and you'll be able to pick something up that you can use. Equally, you can use things you've got around the house. And that's it, you're ready to use your Coronation windsock. Like I say, you can give this to your little ones to hold and to shake around on the day to help them celebrate, or you can put it in a window or hang it outdoors to watch the wind blow through the ribbons and make pretty patterns. And that's it for my video today. If you're celebrating the coronation, I hope you have a lovely time and I hope you enjoy watching it. If you enjoyed my video, please consider liking and subscribing, it really helps me out, and stick around to see what videos I'll be doing next. Thanks, bye!